alignment right there in some places.
How to Fluxcore weld to get the job, family. What's going on? Your welding coach, Black Feniks, checking in, and today we are working on some Fluxcore welding. And we just finished a vertical up test, and I wanted to talk about what most jobs are actually asking you to do when you go in with the Fluxcore test. Most of them just do a visual test, and then they can get you geared around, you know, how they want you to take their test. Now, a lot of the jobs I have seen, they are doing 1 inch plates, meaning 1 inch is pretty much unlimited, unlimited thickness. If you can weld out a full 1 inch coupon, you are certified to do, you know, unlimited welds. So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll over certify you so it can cover everything that they are working on. Majority of the time, you'll have to do a flat or a vertical weld. So I know some of them here in Little Rock, they're asking you to do T-joints in the vertical and in flat position. I think that turned out pretty good, fam. So just keep in mind that most of them are going to have you do a T-joint in the flat and horizontal, not flat and vertical up position, or the overhead. They might have you do it in overhead and flat, or they might have you do it in vertical and overhead. But majority of the times they have what they call a visual test. They're going to visually test you to see how, you know, see how you can perform, because a lot of shops, if they see you got it, they can work with you. It's oh yeah, we can work. If you're not where we want to, we'll get you just where we want to get you. You know, so keep that in mind, family. When you go in, you want to take your time. A lot of times you're gonna do tie-ins, meaning you're gonna run one pass, stop, tie back in, and continue to go. A lot of times they do that to check on your stops and starts, because you're gonna have to stop and start a lot when you're building and fabricating on different things. So that's a tip I want you to keep in mind. It's a lot of jobs doing Fluxcore welding right now, and majority of them that's doing the Fluxcore welding is on steel. They're doing a lot of heavy steel. So heavy steel fabrication is what they're actually using the Fluxcore for, because it gets deeper penetration.
I love that noise.
Sounds pretty good right now.
Sounds like money. That's the day's pay.
Yeah, practice make perfect, fam. Practice make perfect. That gas starting to trip on me.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna give y'all a small example to kind of show you what they literally look for. I'm gonna use this little plate here. He pretty much got it fine-tuned. He pretty much got it fine-tuned. But on a rule of thumb on doing flat, most of them want a pretty good size weld. They say they might run a groove and say they want a 3/16 weld or a 5/16 weld. So I'm just gonna run a nice size weld. I'm gonna stop past where he stopped at, then tie in. Let you see both. Now, when you're doing these tests, be comfortable. Don't even think test when you go in there. Think you've been doing this for a minute. It's no brainer. You got it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even sweat it. Just another day in the booth. You ready?
Yes, sir.
So I stop there. Now I'm gonna tie back into it. So keep in mind, and I know if you've been practicing on Fluxcore already, you already know you want to drag it. So that way you don't take no chance of getting anything in your weld. Come over here. Leave it in and show them nothing. So you want to start, as you see, get your bead going, and then tie back into it, and then continue. Normal, this will be your visual test. Now, if I was testing you visually on something like that, they starting here in Arkansas and Little Rock about $17 to drop a weld like that. Easy money. And everybody that know Fluxcore is, to me, I consider Fluxcore like 70-18 stick welding. You just point it where you want to go and drag it and make sure you're taking your time with your travel speed is the same and your gap is good and you good. Now I'm gonna do one over here on this side wall over here. And majority of the time when you're going up, like if you're working on pressure vessels or structural welding, you're gonna have to stop. It's gonna be something there to stop, or it might be a long run and you had to go so far and get on the ladder and go the rest of the way. I done did that too. You go so far, sit standing up, then I got to get on the ladder and finish welding it. So you're gonna have to stop and start. So
got a pretty interesting question here.
Okay, what's the question? What we got?
Oh, I don't know how to read on here. Dang, it just went on. I'm gonna let you come back and try to look at the
Let me
comments.
see what you want real quick.
He was a trailer or something like that. I think he was trying to give us some appreciation for the video.
Right here. What'd it say?
Yeah, I'm a trailer and diesel mechanic. I don't know much about welding. I do it every day.
My bad, fam. It's disappearing fast.
Been watching these videos to find it very helpful. Hey, that's one for you, coach.
Oh, okay.
That was very helpful.
I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. Like I say, you being a mechanic, honestly, I'm gonna tell you, most people that I have met that are good with their hands, if you're not a welder, it'll be easy for you to become one. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say it. Most people that's good with their hands on can pick this up and the stick rod up and can do it. All you need to do is just learn the technique. But you already geared up behind, being a barber, mechanic, any painter, artist. Like majority of people that use their hands, it's gonna be easy to catch on because you're using your hands and ear and eye and hand coordination. Right. Is kind of it'll all work itself out.
Yes, sir. He also said he learned a few things from watching your videos the last few weeks, man. So
okay, appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Tell somebody, share it. If you know somebody need the information, I do appreciate it. I have a big archive on this HogOn University channel. I probably got over 5,000 videos. Some of them small, some of them snippets. But if you go back, you'll start seeing I started fine tuning my videos. I was just trying, fam. I just jumped out there and like, you know what? I'm just gonna start posting something. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. But we got better. We fine tuned it over time. Yep. So I'm gonna dive into this one. I'm gonna go halfway up and stop just to tie in on purpose.
I'm ready.
And I was telling him earlier, once you start doing this and you start paying attention to what's going on, you can see the puddle, you can see the side of the metal, you can see the arc. Then you'll start performing better welds because now you're paying attention to everything going on. And you're not in no rush. You know, you just walk in the park.
It's a big difference once you notice it.
Yeah, a big difference, man. All you gotta do is take your time.
Great.
And setting your machine, all of that is very vital, you know, and it's all trial and error. So if it's not sounding right, if something is going on, fine tune your machine, make sure everything is working out properly before you dive back into it, especially if you're doing a test. Get you a piece of scrap or something and just run it a couple times, make sure you're good, and then dive into it. That way you ain't gonna have no issues when you're testing. We're gonna clean this off and let y'all check this one out. So I'm just gonna use the wire brush here.
Nice, real nice.
And like I say, this is nothing, fam. I mean, especially if you already started stick welding, this MIG welding / Fluxcore welding process is gonna be very easy for you once you then learned how to stick weld. Now, I'm not even saying master the stick welding. If you can just start it where you can stick weld a little bit, you get on this, you're gonna be a professional in no time. All you gotta do is practice. Am I right, fam? Man. All you gotta do is practice, fam. So I'm gonna run one in every position just to show you how it's done. But the main thing though, when you're going to take these tests, majority of people that get these Fluxcore jobs, they need to know that you can stop and start, that you can stay in the middle of the groove, and don't get a extreme undercut. A little bit undercut is okay at times. They won't really just jump on you, but you don't want to like you gouge in the metal at the top and the bottom when you're going. That means you're even going too fast. You got too much heat. You know what I mean? So you want to fine tune that. But I honestly believe this process is an easy process to learn. So especially after you have already worked with stick welding. Right. I think after you work with stick and you jump on this Fluxcore, it's gonna be easy. But to dive in and get the job, I just want to give you a couple pointers and say when you go in for your Fluxcore welding job or test, or you're trying to get the job, go in looking like you're ready to work right then. Like if somebody didn't show up that day, that morning, and you walk through, they're gonna put you to work right then. That's how you need to show up. Don't show up to a job like you in your summer clothes, y'all finna go on a vacation. I'm gonna get right when I come back. Don't do that. Nah, don't do that. Your first your first impression is everything. So show up like you want to know how to work. And if they ask you a certain question and you don't know, just say, no, I haven't heard of that term, or I'm not familiar with that. Could you explain it to me? You know what I mean? Because sometimes they'll throw a little something slicky in there on you just to see if just see if you're truthful, just see, to test your character.
I always say, enlighten me, please.
Love it. Enlighten me. I don't know, man. Share some light on it. You know what I'm saying? So, when you go in, just don't act like you know everything if you don't. And I'm gonna tell you something else that is gonna be a plus for you. If the interview is at 8, be there 15 minutes early.
Man.
Be there 15 minutes early, already ready. Because they might hire you, they're gonna respect that. And then you never know. You might get an interview, they might have 10 that day. But by you coming so early and ain't nobody else show up, you about to get the job. I'm telling you, I didn't
dress for work.
I didn't been already. I didn't did it a couple times. You know what I mean? Like I didn't literally, family. I didn't showed up to a job that they was actually out there working on the job site. They was outside. I pulled up, had my high vis on. I know they got to have high vis on. I keep that with me. I threw my vest on, my high vis vest, threw my hard hat on, walked straight on the job site. I said, hey, can I talk to the foreman? Is the foreman around here? And they were like, oh yeah, that's him over there. Well, hey man, my name is so and so. I'm just in town. I do woo-woo. Oh yeah, man, we need some folks. Ain't nobody showing up. I said, hey man, I can do a test right now, but let me see what you got. They had some welders out there. I did a little bead. He said, oh man, can you start right now? I said, right now. I said, okay, when you get done, we're gonna send you to the office to do the paperwork. No lie. Just like that. I can't make it up. I got hired right on the spot, started working, and at the evening after we got off, I went up there and did the paperwork, and I was getting to the bag. You know what I'm saying? And I pulled up at this time. And they gave me $18 off the wham. And then probably like a month or so later, I got $2 more. Put me at 20 because I was welding good. And they didn't want to lose me. Right. They was like, nah, we're going to go and give them a little money. You know what I mean? So anything can happen, fam. You know what I mean? I'm going to dive into this one. Let me see what I'm going to find me. I'm going to do it over here on this side over here.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
And as you see, I'm gonna tell you something too, just so a trick. Flat, ooh, look at that. It's already dropping. That's evidence of beauty right there, family. Woo! I'm gonna tell you something. When you're doing this overhead, keep in mind that overhead is just like flat. Just like flat. The only difference is you see I hold my nozzle like this. And I like to hold it like this when I'm doing overhead because it gets me out the fire. When the fire is falling down, anything, and then I can control it better like this. So get comfortable. I like to do it to the side. You can do it. Some people I seen do it like this, but I don't like doing it like this.
Yeah.
I like doing it like this because I got free. I'm free with my arms.
And then me personally, I can just see better.
And you can see it.
I can see it a little bit better.
And that's the deal too, because
and my hand.
Because you want to get it to a point where you can see good.
Right.
So if you in your groove, get ready to do your test, you want to make sure you can see. You want to make sure you can see it good.
Right.
Make sure you can see it good, and you got a good. Cause see, this is about an inch stick out. You can have anywhere from a 3/4 to a 1.25 inch stick out.
Okay.
With this, so I would say try to maintain at least an inch. But you most definitely don't want to put your cup on the plate when you're testing.
Right.
If you got it to the plate, you know you way too close. And you can actually probably end up causing some wormholes, cause you some issues in there.
Right.
And most of these Fluxcore tests, you cannot grind on. So if you mess up,
that's it.
That's a wrap. You need to go issue another $150, $200 and come back. I mean, it is what it is, man. So, you know, but this is that's if you're paying for it out your pocket. Now, if you was at a place and you did it, they might tell you, hey man, you messed up this, you know, give us a couple weeks, a couple days and come back and try it again. It all depends on, you know, that instructor, that inspector that's actually doing it. Because they can say, nah, I don't think you got it. Or he can say, oh, I think you got it. You just kind of went an error here. Go over there and practice a little bit and come back and holler at me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it all depends, fam. But the main thing I want to say is, when you go in to get these jobs, just be confident. Be confident. Don't think of it as a test. Think of it as another day inside the booth. You're just doing your thing. And like I say, I just got this student on Fluxcore. How long you been on Fluxcore now? Like a couple days, huh?
Couple days, yeah.
He been on Fluxcore 2 days, and we did the vertical up test today. And he did pretty good, fam.
I move fast, y'all.
He did pretty good, fam. You know what I'm saying? He did pretty good. So, you know, it's not a hard process to learn, but I will say this. Practice gonna make better. So he gonna keep practicing and building and making things so he can get better and better and better and better, because that's all you're gonna do. Even every time I step into the booth to help one of the students, it helped me get better. I'm getting better every time I help them. So I enjoy diving in, because if I don't know something, fam, what do? I grab the phone and Google too on them. I said, man, I don't know. Let me see what's going on with this machine. If I don't know, fam, I'm gonna bring out charts and everything.
At least it not get right on the ballpark. At least
we're gonna be close enough. I'm telling you. So I'm willing. If I don't know, fam, I'm gonna say, hey, this is a good one. Let's go find out what this is. So hey, it's all good. But for those who get ready to do the job, it's gonna be all right, fam. Just be confident. And just remember, most of them going to have you do visual tests, or they're going to have you do an overhead and vertical 1 inch coupon. So that way you can be certified to do unlimited welding for that facility. So keep that in mind. I'm out. Y'all be blessed. HogOn.